Hey, what's up you guys? This is episode 1 of the vlog. Last week was a pretty crazy week. Here are a few of the highlights. A couple key takeaways from last week. How to price yourself properly. What to do when you have an upset client and how to handle that. As well as the importance of actually finding some time to yourself and how much it actually takes to get the work done. Alright, so today we are actually in Orlando. I have a few client meetings, some potential clients, meeting with 2 different companies today. So really excited to talk to them. I have 2 really close friends that I'm about to go meet up with. One right now, the other in a little bit. To start documenting and to create like a little weekly vlog.
Cool. Yeah, so we're building the HoloMap project with gesture control technology so that people can interact with their computers easier using their hands and voice, right?
Can you say exactly what that is?
What the project is?
Yes, in a 2nd grade level, please.
Yeah,
because some of us are very simple-minded, such as myself.
I'm building a gesture-controlled AI app.
Gesture-controlled, what does that mean?
That you're going to be able to open your computer, raise your hands, and get to work. You'll use your voice and your hands and move them around to control your computer instead of a traditional keyboard and mouse.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So you just need to get the deposit in.
Right, because when I get the deposit in, we start moving.
How much are you, how much is the deposit?
10K.
10K?
10K. Basically how I figured this out, right, is the best way to do it is just to eliminate myself from the equation, right, completely. And if I was to just pay people to do this, right, to do what needs to be done for free, how much would it cost me? Like, trying to do it's my money, trying to do it for myself, how much would it cost me? You know, I can get it cheaper here, higher here, but still want quality. And then I just got all that out for each different phase, figured out how much it would cost me, and then like, okay, now I can hire whoever I want, and I have a budget for each individual section.
So, and then how much do you generally go up from there? To where it's going to cost me $10,000 to produce it. So how do you come up with the idea of saying, okay, do I charge an additional 10% for the management fee?
So it's between 10 and 15 for.
Okay.
Yeah. So
see, my struggle with price points and everything is I am such a. And I'm not trying it's like a plumber who's been in the industry for 30 years.
Yeah.
That knowledge is so hard to calculate how much to charge.
Have you tried my trick, which is eliminating yourself from the equation and hiring for it? So if you had to get someone as good as you to do it with the experience you have, or a little bit more, I would go a little bit over rather than a little bit under.
I mean, I guess
it would be to do that, right? So it's because you have to be industry competitive. I can go and get someone to do this for $10,000 just as well as I can for 50. He should be higher, right? But I shouldn't be charging 10 if everyone else is charging 50, right? So there's that balance, right? And that takes research because you don't want to just go on Fiverr and take those prices because obviously it's not going to be quite the same. But I'm sure you, like you said when we were talking the other day, 500 photographers. What are the highest level of those guys charging?
That's true. Yes.
And that's what it is. And if you're and the question is with you, it's kind of weird because I would argue that you're one of the most expensive photographers skill-wise that I know. Okay. So are you above almost every other photographer you know? And that's where it becomes difficult. And what you charge. If individually you're getting Andy and his team's time, I'd assume that costs more than backers and of anyone else we've ever seen do done.
I'm definitely not above.
Really?
But I also do retainer-based. So that's basically factored into So
that changes things. If you have a retainer-based agreement,
there's a pretty good discount when it's all retainer-based.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If someone, but I mean, I don't know. I feel again, you can charge more, but I don't know. If you're doing if a club reaches out to me or if a bar reaches out to me hey, can you just come by for literally 1 hour and take some photos? I don't know. How many's 200? That's 250.
Well, your highest and lowest deals are custom. So like under a certain amount, it's custom, and above a certain amount, it's custom, right?
The highest and lowest amount.
So I don't do any deal under $20,000, right? Does that mean I won't build a $5,000 app for someone? No, I would build a $5,000 app for someone, but we're gonna have to discuss it into specifics. Because if it takes me 2 hours and you're gonna pay me $5K, hell yeah, I'm taking that deal.
Yeah,
I'm not taking the deal, but that's different than what my standard deliverable is. You're not getting everything that comes.
Yeah, like I've always been in the mindset of be like, hey, if you have nothing on a Saturday night and you have something to offer and it's lower than what your hourly rate is, take the deal. Like,
right, but,
do it. Like,
but that needs to be on. That can't be like, because what you gotta explain, because this is the problem, right? Is both of our businesses are built off of firms, right? So you'll be in a position where you charge this guy, $100 for the hour that he needed you, and he's going to get you every week on this club thing you're going to shoot, so it's worth your money. But he's going to refer you to his guys at $100 an hour, because Andy's got me at $100 an hour for whatever you guys need.
Yep.
And then you're not going to be able to charge them the $250, right? So, but you can do the same strategy with a little more bullheadedness and just be like, look, I usually don't shoot things this low. We're going to build you a custom package here, but you have to make a scene about it because it has to become a memory to them.
True.
And then when they're talking,
I always like to use the word donate or discount. I'm going to discount, donate. Like, I'm not doing it this way. It's, hey, this is discounted at this price. This is what
retainer discount makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I actually think
can you code on this computer?
I do code.
That one. I mean, I've noted like this size difference is pitiful.
That's why it's so big. This is the only computer.
It's not about the size; it's the way you use it. So I just want to stop right here, real quick, and dive into essentially what I'm doing here. We had a client to where they were a little upset about some of the content that was being created for them. Again, it was more of a miscommunication over the client being upset. It really wasn't a big deal. They really weren't like upset or anything like that. But here's what you need to take away from it is it doesn't matter. First of all, it always is going to fall on you. It always falls on me. So I go ahead and immediately, hey, I'm sorry. Like it is completely on me. Always just go ahead and put it on, your own accountability. Like it is on you. It doesn't matter if it was a team member. It doesn't matter. But really all they care about is it going to be fixed and is it going to be better after it's getting fixed? Everybody is going to mess up eventually. It's how you handle yourself when you mess up. Here's one thing is that when you mess up, you actually have the potential to go above and beyond. You can now show the client how important they are to you. Take this opportunity and think of a way to say, hey, I'm going to go so far beyond in whatever this makeup thing that you need to do to make this client think, wow, they really care. Yeah, I can go from here. So firstly, apologize to y'all on everything with the kind of miscommunication a lot of the new stuff were in drafts. They did not get published. I did not realize that until this morning, and so they've been kind of added in for it, but I did kind of want to hit on a couple of the pieces of content to kind of go through them. Again, this is kind of the first batch, so we're gonna get it all figured out. Again, I'm just trying to see what works best for you guys. Okay, I was not aware of that. That's on me. Okay, I thought those were stuff that just hadn't been. Okay, that's on me. I was not aware of that, so I'm taking those down. Okay, so today's shoot, we actually are out here at TPC Sawgrass. It should be a really cool shoot. It is just another food shoot, but the chef, he has a special menu item. I have been moving since 4:30 this morning, and so yeah, it's already 11:30, and I'm like, all right, I need another cup of coffee. But again, I can't emphasize enough, like, finding time by yourself to get whatever work you need done, and that can either be late at night when everybody's asleep or early morning like me, to where I was able to get to the office at 5 a.m. this morning, which meant I got to work from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. with no interruptions. So then from 9 a.m. up until basically now, I've had meetings, I've been talking with different people, I've been setting shoots up. Obviously, I'm going in for a shoot right now, but my work day's done. Like the actual work that I need to get done, like I'm finished after this. So I have a lot of friends that they work either remotely or they're hybrid, and I'll talk with them, and it really, really sucks knowing that majority of people, you don't need 8 hours in your day. Where the time suckage comes in is through the meetings and playing on your phone and just kind of twiddling your thumbs or talking to people, getting distracted. All of those things added up creates the actual workload to be spread out over the course of 8 hours, when in all reality, those 8 hours you could probably get done in 2.5. That was literally probably like 1% of what actually happened. We are bringing on clients left and right. In the next episode, I'm actually going to dive into how it's been since my company's been acquired and what it looks like, how that it's basically been a year since I sold, the 2 companies. And it's still a lot to take in, and there's still so much to get done. But this is just a small window of what it looks like of trying to build whatever this is.